Hey Popeye NewzLynx are the maddest link with the latest topic and the hottest thing. Subscribe, make the phone go ping. Boss a like, nah charge a thing. Are the latest.
Greetings viewers and subscribers. So in our journey today, we are now in the parish of St. Ann. We are heading to Duns River Falls, also in the parish of St. Ann. If you know where we are now, just drop a comment in the comment section below. Continue to sit back, continue to relax, and continue to enjoy this journey with me. Now, yesterday, I forgot to mention the name of the artist who did the intro. His name is Killer Bees. He's a recording artist. Killer Bees, enough respect. Bless up yourself. Thanks for that. Now, there's a curfew currently in place at some areas in Montego Bay. One of those areas is Hendon Narwood. This was because a total of 9 persons were shot between Friday night and Saturday morning. 4 persons died as a result of being shot. We have been doing some digging, and later on today, we are going to be dropping another video. In that video, we are going to tell you exactly what started this current conflict. We are also going to tell you where we are now. We would have brought you some stories about what took place on the weekend, but we have some corrections to make. Plus, we are going to be giving you some exclusive details. You're going to want to stick around for that video. It's coming up later. Now, that man on the screen, his name is Mr. Collin James. Collin, he was a businessman. Now, Collin used to operate the quarry out at Dum in the Whitton area in the parish of Westmoreland. Our information is that Collin, he was at his home yesterday when he felt sick. As a result, he called a friend. Collin was rushed to the Savlamar Hospital, where he was later pronounced DEAD. We are told that Collin, he might have gotten a stroke. Collin, he was a very good friend of ours and a friend of many people. We would like to take time out to express our sincere condolence to the family and friends of Mr. Collin James. May Collin's soul rest in peace. So yesterday we brought you a story and we told you about a shooting incident, and we promised that we were going to update it. So here goes. Now, this incident, it took place at Crawford Street in the Mount Salem area in the parish of St. James. It took place early yesterday morning, Monday, March 28, 2022, sometime after 3 o'clock. Our information is that a man, he's popularly known as Toddler. Now, Toddler, he's said to be in his mid-30s, and he also lives in the same Crawford Street area. It is said that Toddler, he was driving a motor car along the Crawford Street main road. Our information is that he was just coming from a party. It is said that on reaching a certain section along the said main road, several loud explosions were heard, sounding like gunshots. Toddler, he then realized that he was shot. He received gunshot wounds to his right hand. Toddler, he drove away, making good his escape from the bullets that were being fired. He was later transported to a nearby hospital. Our information is that the right front door for the car, as also the dashboard, were also damaged by bullets. When the police processed this crime scene, our information is that some spent shells, some 7.62 mm spent shells, were recovered from the scene. Now, do you know what 7.62 is used in? It is used in an AK-47 rifle. So, whoever it was that was firing, he or they were firing AK-47 rifle. So this man is lucky to still be here with us. So we are learning that a 51-year-old taxi driver from a Montego Bay address is lucky to be alive. This because of an incident that took place early this morning in the Salt Spring Road area of Montego Bay in the parish of St. James. It took place, like we said, early this morning, Tuesday, March 29, 2022, sometime after 12 midnight. Now, this taxi driver, he was driving the motor car which he used to operate as a taxi. He was driving along the Salt Spring main road. It is said that on reaching a certain section of the road, some hoodlums, they threw several debris into the road. As a result, this taxi driver, he stopped. As he stopped, gunshots were rained on the car. Hoodlums, they fired several bullets inside of this car. Luckily, the driver was not hit. However, this driver, he was gun-butted by the hoodlums and robbed of the money that he made during the day. We are told that the windscreen for the car, it was shut out. Like we said, luckily, this driver, he was not killed. He was gun-butted by the hoodlums though. Because any one of these bullets that these hoodlums fire could have easily hit this 51-year-old driver. But luckily, he was not hit. Just be careful. Also, ladies, be careful. There is a serial raper bull operating in the parish of Westmoreland. Be ye careful. A very good friend of ours, she told us that she worked in the Negril area. She left work the other night and she was walking home somewhere in the Little London area when a car pulled up with one man in this car. She told us that the man, he held her up at gunpoint, blindfolded her, tied her hands behind her back, and took her to an unknown location where he sexually assaulted her. He also robbed her of some cash. He then placed her back inside of the car and left her somewhere in Negril. Please, ladies, be careful. If you have to leave work late in the night, please try you alone. Now walk go home. And even if you alone are walking home, if you hear a vehicle coming, if it is possible, come off of the road. Hide. Because based on the action of this hoodlum, it is clear to see that it is something that he has been doing for a while now. We are told that he was so smooth with what he did. Him have him thing to cover eyes ready, and whatever he has to tie her hands, him have all of them things ready. So, this hoodlum, we have no doubt that he must have done it to more than one ladies. So please, me I beg you, be careful. Tell somebody to tell somebody. There's a raper bull operating in the parish of Westmoreland. He drives a car. We are told that it's a grey car, but we didn't get any other description of it because this thing happened so fast. Tell somebody to tell somebody. Now, this incident, it took place yesterday morning. Monday, March 28, 2022, almost 10 o'clock. It took place at a place named Shaw Park in the content area in the Adelphi police area in the parish of St. James. Our information is that a man, his name is Ricardo Bulgin. He's popularly known as Junior. Junior, he's 41 years old and he lived at Content in the Adelphi police area. Our information is that Junior, he was at home with his baby mother and some other relatives. It is said that he was sleeping in a back room at the house. We are told that hoodlums entered the house. They apparently entered the house through a back door that was left open. It is said that these hoodlums, they immediately opened gunfire on Junior. Junior, he was hit in his upper body. The hoodlums, they then made good their escape on foot in the area. The police, they were called, and on their arrival, they saw Junior. He was lying face down. He had multiple gunshot wounds all over his body. He was taken to the Cornwall Regional Hospital where he was pronounced DEAD. Listen to this now. Listen to this. When this crime scene was processed, our information is that 43 9mm spent shells were recovered from the scene. Did you hear that? 43 9mm spent shells were recovered from the scene. So, our Junior do them so. that them fire so much shots? Eh? We are gonna be digging, We are gonna be digging. When we get these stories, we don't leave them alone, We ask questions and we dig. Because this don't look like no normal killing. Junior was clearly targeted for whatever reason. 43 9mm spent shells were recovered from this scene. Broad daylight, early morning, Junior in bed asleep. Them coming and dirt. Stand by. We'll be coming back to this. Now, in this next incident, it took place last night. Monday, March 28, 2022, about 7:30. It took place at Bambulan in the Barrettown police area in the parish of St. James. Our information is that a man, his correct name is Utel York. He's popularly known as JR. Now, JR, he was 24 years old and he lived in the Lilliput area in the parish of St. James. Our information is that JR, he and some other persons, they were at a bar. This bar is called S of Spade Sports Bar. It is said that several loud explosions were heard. As a result, the persons who were in the bar, they ran off in various directions. The police, they were called, and when they went to the scene, they saw JR. He had gunshot wounds to his head and his upper body. JR, he was taken to the Cornwall Regional Hospital where he was pronounced DEAD. Our information is that when this crime scene was processed, 6 9mm spent shells were recovered from the scene. We are also learning that the police, they found a magazine. A magazine that is used for a gun. And this magazine contained 14 rounds of 9mm cartridges. We are getting some information into this, and trust me, we are also going to be coming back to it. We are crossing some T's and dotting some I's. So, stand by for that information. No. Let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. As a matter of fact, As a matter of fact, me now bother ask you. Me go make Killer Bees tell you no. Killer Bees, talk to them.
Hey Popeye, NewzLynx are the maddest link with the latest topic and the hottest thing. Subscribe, make the phone go ping. Boss a like, nah charge a thing. At the latest.
So did you hear what Killer Bees just said? Eh? You hear what Killer Bees just said? Killer Bees, enough respect in a boss. Enough respect. Killer Bees just talk to you. So I'm not gonna bother to tell you what to do today. Bless upon yourself. Thank you, Thanks for the support. It's highly appreciated. Remember me tell you. And for the persons who want phone cards credit, we had given you a commitment that you would get it yesterday. Bear with me. You're gonna get it later on. Later this evening, before midnight, you're gonna get it. Alright? Now, in the final story for today, this one took place just last night. Monday, March 28, 2022, sometime after 9 p.m. It took place at a place named Broughton District. Now, Broughton District is in the Little London police area in the parish of Westmoreland. Our information is that a man, his name is Vemar Davis. He's popularly known as Gravel. Now, Gravel, he is 24 years old and he lives at Top Road in the Little London area in the parish of Westmoreland. We are learning that Gravel, he is finger-fearing. You know what finger-fearing means? No, you don't know what finger-fearing means? Oh, so you never grow with your you're born after 2000. So, Gravel, him is a criminal. Him is a crook. Him is a thief. Him love take away people things. What they not get to him? Now, we are not here trying to justify anything. But you know what we do over here? We give you the news straight up. Who want Bex? Bex. You know, that's what we do. So, we are learning that Gravel, plain and straight, he was a thief. Persons are telling us that people get tired of him. So, last night, the residents of Broughton. Remember, you know, Gravel is from Top Road in Little London. That's a different place from where he was last night. So what we are learning is that residents of Broughton district, they heard loud explosions sounding like gunshots. As a result, the Little London police, they were informed. When they went and made checks, they saw Gravel. He was lying on his left side in a pool of his own blood. He had gunshot wounds to his upper body. Gravel, he was taken to the Sablamar Hospital, where he was officially pronounced DEAD. When this crime scene was processed, our information is that 11 9mm spent shells were recovered from the scene. Now, like we said, we not justify nothing, but persons who reach out to us said they were tired of him. The mayhem continues. Blessed love, everybody.
Quicksilver say, if we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. If we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. Hey, crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. I coulda sunshine or rain. Jamaica, no problem, no pain. Rude boy them knock out can't tame, but me want me country back. Give me country back. To the street and the lane. Everybody them start complain. Bloodshed, what a shame, what a shame. But me want me country back. Give me country back. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Jamaica, Jamaica, the land of the sun. Jamaica become now the land